Hey Aquarius, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. The first card that we have out is Queen of Wands. And Four of Wands. Okay. There's sort of like a mix of what's going on. In some ways, I'm seeing things like feel good for you, and you can even be feeling like you've established something that was important for you to establish. Because Four of Wands can be a time where it's like, I've been trying to get here, I've been trying to sort of like get this mix right or get the recipe right, and having Queen of Wands can have you feeling like good about that, like you've accomplished something. And also being in the energy of the Queen of Wands, you sort of feel like you got to do this your own way too, like in a way that feels right to you, in a way that feels authentic to you. And it can also mean that you feel like you didn't need to rely on anybody else. It can be like that sort of thing. And Four of Wands is generally seen as like a happy time, a time where things feel harmonious, a time when things feel stable. However, I'm seeing the Nine of Wands, which can mean that there's like some type of challenge here. And I'm also seeing Two of Pentacles, which can mean that like maybe in order for things to stay like that or be kept like that, you need to make sure that you're prioritizing. But it may be feeling extra difficult right now to prioritize for some reason. There can be a lot that you feel like you need to tend to. Some of you feel like a lot is going on socially for you, or that there can just be a lot that you're maybe potentially involved in. Prioritizing needs to happen. You may be in a spot where you're like, I'm not in the mood to be doing that right now. It's your guides being like, you need to make a list of like what's most important to what's least important as far as what it is that you're tending to and investing in. And you're in a spot where you're like, do I have to do that now? I'm seeing it be like that. But it can also be too because like there's something over here that you're enjoying. Because to have Queen of Wands and to have Four of Wands, it can be like, I worked to get to this spot and now I feel good about things being here. Or it can be like a time of celebration or like something significant happening or like a moment that feels really important to you. And so because you have that going on, you may not want to do like something else over here that needs to be done that can feel more mundane. It's like, I want to be focusing on this because this is like, I worked for this and it feels good to be like involved in this. And so you do have something like really good going on over here, and it may make it more challenging to be doing the more mundane things where it's like you need to also prioritize the stuff that maybe you don't feel as enthusiastic about, but it's also important too, and you know that. Yeah, things over on this side I'm seeing be like looking really, really good for you. I'm seeing something that's stabilizing in a way that you want to. Like something is becoming established within your life. And there's a lot of benefiting from that too. Like it feels very aligned desire-wise for you. Even that you have like something that you want in your hands and it's not going to leave, like you feel that sense of security. That something is going to remain, that something is going to last. It's like that sort of thing. Yeah, there's definitely a split here that I'm seeing. like right down the middle is just stuff where it's like, do I have to do that now? Do I have to decide that now? Do I have to make my mind up now? It's like you want to enjoy the weekend and your guides are like, oh, you have to get this test done now. And you're like, but it's the weekend. Why do I have to do that now? Like that sort of thing. But for some reason, it's important that you do this now. Okay, it's going to get figured out though. Seeing Chariot, seeing Justice, Queen of Cups. Ooh, some of you, there's something going on with a relationship with another person. You can also feel like something is stabilizing emotionally for you. Have to make a decision about like the right way to go about something, like what to do. To have Justice be here, this can mean that something is being like equalized. There could have been worry about the movement of things. Okay, things are going very, very, very well. So over here, I'm seeing Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Wands. So this can be like you keep feeling like you get to these spots where you have like to make decisions or like you have to balance things. Like twos are about choices. Twos are about prioritizing. Twos are about balance. Twos are about planning as well. So it's like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? Like, is this important? Is that important? So it's like that sort of thing. There's a sense of duplicity within it. What I'm seeing here is feeling connected emotionally. The Six of Pentacles is about sort of like what you're handing out, and it can also be what you're taking on an emotional level because it's the Queen of Cups here. So this is like the business of the Queen of Cups would be emotionally how one is showing up, and also like what one is receiving too, and like how much can I give, and there being a plan here that's about how you feel it's like appropriate and aligned for you to be showing up. And maybe also if another person is involved, that too, because some of you, I am seeing another person here be involved. This can have to do with like future plans as well, is what I'm seeing. Yeah, you have to see this, a choice. I need to decide, do I want this or do I want this? There's a consideration here. It has to do with which opportunity you're taking. You have to make a decision about this. There can even be two in front of you and you're like, well, which one do I want here? But I'm seeing that you're going to make the choice and it's going to be the right choice. So just know that. It's something though to look into and definitely use your discernment with. Okay, so we start off with you over here being like feeling good about the place that you're in, and then something coming up and being like, oh, like I have to give my attention to that. Like I wanted to be focused on this thing over here, but now I have to balance this thing as well. So I'm seeing that sort of happen. And it feels almost like annoying that this is popping up for you, and you may not, it may just not be something that you want to use your energy for right now, because I'm seeing something else that you maybe prefer to be focusing on, and maybe you wanted to put like all of your focus over there, but I'm seeing that that's why it's a challenge, and it'd also be important for you to focus on this other stuff over here that maybe isn't like super exciting for you, but it's necessary for you to tend to. This is connected with bigger stuff that's going on within your life, a choice that needs to be made. Having Chariot and having Justice is that all of this is going to be worked out if you approach it from a balanced standpoint, where you're not feeding too far into one and not enough into the other. So if you can look at this and be like balancing the head and the heart and balancing every other thing that has like two different sides to it, that's the way that things are going to work out best in order to really like benefit you through this. I'm seeing there be a choice that you're trying to make here, and it seems like it's about like it feels like it's about giving when it comes to situations, relationships, scenarios that you care about and you feel like you're meant to be showing up. And having Two of Wands can be figuring that out of, it's like if you have this much as far as a resource of energy, it's like, how much is it appropriate for me to be giving? That something like that is being decided over here. But I'm seeing you have to like spend time sort of connecting with yourself in order to figure that out, because you don't want to be giving too much and then being like, I'm overextending myself. You don't want to give too little and be like, I was being stingy there and that's not really aligned with me. You want this to be balanced, and that's why I'm seeing it be important. Because you don't want to be doing something that's depleting you, and you don't want to be blocking up energy either. So this is something to be considered about how to move forward with this. And also take the time that you need as well. Because some of you could even be at a point where you're like, I need some time for myself. I'm seeing Queen of Wands, I'm seeing Two of Swords, and I'm seeing Four of Swords. So this can even be like, in order for me to make this decision, I need to do what I need to do for myself, or I need to ground right now, or I need to spend some time recharging. Some of you could be like pulling back from something or even taking time off. I'm seeing blueberries here. Maybe you feel like you need to like nourish yourself in some way as well. Some of you, I am seeing that there's like a relationship that you have with another person. I'm seeing things feel extremely ideal. I'm seeing things feel very stable, very secure. Feels like this is something that's going to be lasting for you. Things are really, really good between you and this person. If it's not you and another some of you, this is definitely a relationship, but for others of you, this can be like you with yourself. Your Queen of Wands energy and your Queen of Cups energy, which means you like really showing up for yourself, you being yourself, you being authentic, and you also being connected with your emotions and expressing yourself genuinely. And finding harmony within that relationship, because it's aligned with what you want and what matters to you. And there's that sense of reciprocity between both of those parts of you. And for those of you that this is a relationship, between you and this other person that you connect with. Because I'm seeing things like, things could not be more ideal, things could not be more harmonic, things could not be more balanced. They're like absolutely perfect from what I'm seeing here. Now we shift over to the middle, and I'm seeing that thing, you could like freeze that in time and be like, this is the most ideal. I could freeze it like that and be good with that forever and always. Like that sort of situation, it's like that ideal. Split down the middle, I'm seeing there be a challenge because something is being decided upon and it's about how to move forward with something, and there's a whole lot of back and forth here is what I'm seeing. Like figuring things out, trying to focus on what's important to focus, but for some reason it's like not easy to make this decision. Something is difficult as far as like choosing and figuring something out. It is about like the forward motion of things and needing to prioritize in a way where you're like strategic within your approach, so this can be accomplished and you can get to this next sort of like opportunity that's in front of you. However, there can be this part of you, Four of Cups, that is feeling a little bit like out of it or a little bit disengaged. And it may be it just looks like there's something that's coming more into balance, maybe in a way where it hadn't been before. But it can be something that I feel like something's being put off, actually. And maybe that's why there hasn't been a forward movement with this. Something can be being put off because it's challenging and because it exerts energy. It's like all the reasons we have for maybe not wanting to do something and then we start procrastinating. I'm seeing that sort of thing. I keep getting this feeling of like, oh, like I have to do this now. It's like, it's that sort of like, why can't I do this at another time? And I think it's because you have something over here that you'd like rather be spending your energy doing this because it feels really good to be within this. So this other stuff is almost like don't bother me with that right now. But I'm seeing it also be really important. So your guides are like, you need to tend to both of these things. And there's like balance that's needed here in order to like keep things stable for you. So all of this, like Two of Swords, Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, you need to get on doing whatever this is that needs to be done. There are choices to be made, decisions to be made, planning that needs to be done, that needs to be figured out, that needs to be prioritized. Because I'm seeing that, like, once you're like, okay, I'll do it, I'm seeing you do it. I'm seeing things be accomplished here. It's just like you need to be willing to do this. But I'm not seeing it be, you're very, very capable and it's going to be accomplished. It's just about you sort of getting into that space where you're like, okay, I'll take the test then, you know? Like this thing that your guides are giving you. I'll do it. So once you get to that point, I'm seeing it actually be like a breeze for you. But it's just about your willingness is really what it seems more than anything. Of like, yes, I will exert that energy to do this. I'll just get it done. Because you know that you need to. There's like some sort of pressure I'm seeing that this needs to be figured out. But it can be annoying too because it's like, it's kind of complicated. I'm seeing something that's broken down into a few different pieces. And so there may be like multiple steps to this. So you know that it really is something that like you do have to apply yourself in order to accomplish here. And so it's one of those things where it's like, maybe if you can just like allot the time to get this done, then, because once you're actually doing it, I'm not seeing it be that complicated. It's just needing to like be ready to take this on, and then I'm seeing it get done, and then I'm seeing things be clarified then after that point too. Just want to take a balanced approach to this. Like, you don't have to do anything that feels really out of balance. It seems like it's more so about keeping things like more level and even. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. Who do we have here? I'm seeing Cancer and Libra. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.